Hey guys, make sure if you are new to fitness and you have modest goals, you want to drop a couple pounds and keep yourself in shape, then you are in the right spot. We are in a video series tackling my top 10 tips for fitness beginners. If you want to get all 10, you can check the link out below and grab the PDF for free. In this video, we're going to take one of those tips and look at it more in depth. So let's get into it. Here's the big tip I'm going to give you, and what I see is a common mistake for people, and it's people ignoring their food and their sleep. They focusing on their exercise and the workouts, which is great, but they're doing it and neglecting everything else, and that is a big mistake. So when you're talking about like whatever your goals are, there's always generally three pillars. There's your exercise and your food and your lifestyle, your rest, your sleep, and it's always going to be a combination of all those three elements that are going to help you achieve your goals. But you know, if you're looking at your physique in particular, your food and your sleep, you need to keep track of those things, or else you're going to be running on a hamster wheel. You're not going to be able to get there. So don't outwork your lifestyle, work on it. So let's go through our 3 points. First point is your abs are made in the kitchen, as the saying goes. It's not obviously completely true. You should be doing some ab exercises, but you get the point. You need to focus on your food. I'll tell you a little story. When I was boxing, I boxed for 2 years, and I didn't know much about food or nutrition at that time, and boxing is a weight-dependent sport, so one of my fights I had to lose 10 pounds for. And I was already fairly light to begin with, so I was not looking forward to this. And I basically just ate less food. That was my strategy for trying to lose the 10 pounds. And it was awful. I was hungry all the time. I felt so sluggish. By the time I got to the fight, I was just completely out of it. I lost the fight. And it was just a horrible experience. Fast forward about 1 or 2 years after that, I had learned about nutrition, all this type of stuff, and I was looking actually to just increase my performance. And so I started to tinker around with my food. I ended up losing 20 pounds. And on top of that, I felt great. My cardio numbers were up, my strength numbers were up, my abs were popping through, and that wasn't even the goal. My goal was just to, work on my performance. But because I started paying attention to my food, it started having these other effects on it. So eat well. Pay attention to your eating, and it will come back and serve you well. So that's the first point. Abs are made in the kitchen. Second point, your sleep is really important. You need to sleep. Get enough sleep each night, roughly 8 hours. The reason for that is when you don't rest, your body gets stressed. And there's a bunch of stuff that happens, but the main thing you should really know is that there's a hormone called cortisol that gets elevated. And when cortisol is elevated, and when your body is stressed, it's in survival mode. And one of the survival tactics of the body is to store energy for later use, otherwise known as fat. It's gonna store fat, and you'll get fat around the midsection, and that's just a natural reaction of the body. So if you are sleeping consistently, getting enough rest per night, not only will you be able to hit your workouts and stuff with more focus and energy and all that type of stuff, but it will literally change the hormones in your body, and it will make it easier to shed the weight off of you. Okay? Now, I just want to say one thing about that as the last point. You may need to focus solely on your workouts and exercises at the beginning when you're starting. That's just to gain the habits and get some momentum with what you're doing. You might have to start off there for a while, get to 3+ workouts a week and just get the consistency with it. But if you're serious about getting those long-term goals, you're gonna have to branch out into the food and sleep and lifestyle elements, okay? So you just want to do it gradually step into that stuff, and then it'll make it more sustainable in the long run, okay? So if you guys want to get all my top 10 tips, again, you can check out the link at the bottom of the screen, and then also be on the lookout for the other videos that we're covering some of the other topics.